Now presenting
the RKULTRAcast,
expanding your minds,
whether you want it or not.
Hey, RJ.
Yeah.
You remember that satellite I built yesterday?
You mean that trash you were stringing together in the yard and cursing at?
Listen, I couldn't sleep, so I learned how to build a satellite dish on YouTube, okay? And the crazy part about it is I think it actually works.
What do you mean? So you received some sort of transmission?
Yes, a signal, I believe, from outer space.
We better play that bad boy.
I loaded it to your computer without your knowledge.
Okay. Thanks, I think.
Yeah, it's fine. It's in the folder. You know the folder.
The spank bang?
Yeah, the spank bag.
All right, let's put it on. You're telling me that shit came from outer space?
I don't know. I've gotten pretty good at constructing satellites in the past 48 hours, so I believe so.
Why didn't you tell me this earlier?
I was high.
So what do we do with this information?
I don't know. I guess we could contact somebody, but wait, I think I'm getting another transmission in as we speak.
Really? Live on air?
Yeah, let me route it into your computer.
Transmitting planet Garbon. We are the Garbonians, and we have been watching your podcast. We believe our mind is expanding. Psych, you're fucking losers. It sucks. You guys don't even have a camera. What's the matter? Couldn't get your mom to buy you a camera. I probed your mom last night. I probe your mom every weekend. She loves it. Who's your daddy? I'm your daddy, I think.
RJ, I cannot believe we just made first contact with an alien species.
Yeah, I agree and all, but I think they were roasting us, dude.
Who cares? First contact, man. First contact. This is the most important event in human history.
Bro, they shit all over us.
Well, fuck them.
Yeah, we better show those guys.
Guess I'll just bust out my camera.
Wait, you had a camera this entire time?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we better fucking hook that bad boy up.
It's already hooked up to that giant Frankenstein lever over there.
Pull the lever and let's show those space cucks what we can really do. Welcome to the RKULTRAcast.
Expanding your minds,
Whether you want it or not. And now we've got a camera. Those space cuck aliens can't just talk shit and get away with it.
No.
There has to be some sort of reprimand. So here on the RKULTRAcast, we're going to expose them today for all that they've done.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about their dirty, dirty history. You see, everybody knows about the Roswell crash. It's common knowledge, you know. Some people think it really was a weather balloon. Some people think it was a flying saucer. I know what it really was, and I'll let you in on that. You know, I even heard some people say, oh, it's just the government, man. Like, they want you to believe it's aliens. You know, it's not. And, you know, fuck them. You know, like, fuck the people. Let them believe it's aliens. You know, really, we were torturing space monkeys and dropping them from the atmosphere. But, you know, let them believe those were alien bodies. You know, cover our atrocities with wild alien bullshit. But I think I know what really happened. You see, I think that there were some aliens coming, you know, driving through Earth's atmosphere, flying around. He's with his alien honey. He starts, you know, making his alien honey, give him some roadhead. He's bumping to some alien version of DMX. And, you know, he's not paying attention because it's so good. And he's smoking his blunt and he's getting his roadhead. And all of a sudden, boom, electrical cosmic storm right down into Roswell, New Mexico. And there we go. There we have it. Giant alien cover up.
Yeah.
Sound accurate to you?
Sounds about right. That's what the research is telling me.
Let's go further down the rabbit hole and talk about the Betty and Barney Hill case. You see, Betty and Barney Hill were this couple that were driving home after a party and they saw a UFO in the sky. So they decided to investigate and stopped. See, I think we all can relate to this. I mean, we've all been there. We're driving home. We're like 30 beers deep. and we see a UFO in the sky. So we got to pull over and we got to figure out what's going on. And then, right before the aliens land, we have a few more beers and we black out and wake up naked in your home the next day. And you don't really remember what happened, but you kind of do, but they claim that's not what happened to them. They claim that they were completely sober and, they made contact with some aliens and they abducted them and did some horrendous experiments and, even showed Betty Hill a star map of where they came from, and which was identified a few years later as the Zeta Reticuli system,
So they left a marker of where they're from after assaulting them.
Yeah, basically.
They're like, yeah, dude, this is where we're from. Come get us.
We're gonna
do something about it
up your dick. Yeah, right.
Digging deeper, we've come across the 1975 case of Travis Walton and his abduction aboard an alien spaceship. As the story goes, him and his 6 friends were driving around in the woods when they came across a low-flying saucer-shaped object, emitting a light and making a low buzzing noise. Now, Travis, the obvious leader of the group and the smartest man of his generation, approaches this object to investigate. Upon approaching this object, it emitted a light which knocked him unconscious. And when Travis awoke, he was aboard their ship, laying on an operating table with 3 gray aliens looking down at him. Now, obviously, Travis was freaked out, so he struggles, goes unconscious again, and then he wakes 5 days later, naked on the side of a highway.
Huh. Sounds like a normal Thursday for me. But, it's interesting to note while he was gone for those 5 days, they actually investigated his friends for murder. They thought they just took him out in the woods and lynched him. But they actually 5 out of the 6 friends passed a polygraph test, and the last one was inconclusive. So either this was an actual alien abduction case or this is the greatest hoax of all time. This guy just happened to have 5 to 6 good buddies who could totally pass a polygraph test. And I'm not saying it couldn't happen, but pretty wild.
Yeah, except you're forgetting about the fact that they actually made a documentary about this abduction where they compiled footage of the actual abduction case into the 1993 film A Fire in the Sky, which is, actual footage of the abduction, which follows Travis Walton on his journey up into the spaceship, back down again, and the entire chaos that ensues from this situation. It's a good...
RJ, bro, that's actually just a movie.
No, I know real abduction footage when I see it. I'm surprised you can't.
But it's just a movie, dude.
I'm surprised you can't attest to that.
Oh,
being abducted so many times.
Guess I'll just have to do my research better.
And if that's not enough information to convince you that aliens exist and are 100% real and have touched Kevin multiple times, how about the 2006 O'Hare International Airport fiasco in Chicago? Apparently, a saucer-shaped object hovered above one of the airport gates for about 5 minutes and was witnessed by at least 12 airport employees before it shot up through the cloud layer and left a nice little blue hole in the sky. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's fucking insane. I agree. And I think everybody there felt the same way. But it wasn't picked up on the radar. So the FAA didn't investigate it, and they just explained it off as a weather phenomena.
No way that was a weather phenomenon. You know what I think those aliens were doing there?
What's that?
I think they were stealing luggage.
Yeah.
Yeah, think about it. You distract the people with the big shiny ship, and then you go in and you take humanity's collective shit dump and you just rummage through it and you figure out, what the species is about. What better way to investigate?
You're right.
Yeah. Then they can pawn the shit afterwards and leave the planet.
I'm glad that you've done that.
Probably laughing all the way home.
You've really expanded my mind on the situation. I think the audience also appreciates that. So thank you, Kevin.
Right, no problem.
I'm glad we got an explanation on this.
Just got to figure out their motives.
You're right.
The Pentagon has been slow dripping information about UFOs over the past decade. Not too long ago, they released the Tic Tac video. which was a video of a UFO captured by naval cameras. It could travel at incredibly high rates. And it's significant because it's the first time the government has ever admitted that a UFO existed, that there's some sort of aerial phenomenon that they couldn't identify. The Pentagon has also recently compiled reports, over 400 reports of personnel UFO sightings, meaning they're taking the sightings in the military seriously now too.
As they should, because if this is potentially China or Russia or anything like that, and they've leapfrogged the known technological bounds, that could be a national security threat. And I don't like that.
Yeah, but I don't want to believe that.
You're right. I'm not willing to believe that.
No, it's aliens.
It's aliens.
It has to be.
It has to be.
For sure.
For sure. All right. Now that we've taught those alien bastards a little something about messing with the RKUltra podcast, it's time to plug our social media.
You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at RKUltracast. You can also go to our website, www.rkultra.com. Follow us because we'll be following you.